Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Batzell. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. Good morning. We're going to try experiments today. First of all, I made a list, so I have my glasses on my head, my spoon is available, and various tools that have potential are nearby. I still forgot the smaller canvas I was going to use, but I don't know if I'm going to find this easy to explain, but I'm going to try as I go along. That'll be easier. I'm going to fill a couple of reservoirs, assuming I can get any paint to come out. There we go. That was weird. And then instead of scooping, although I am going to do some scooping, I'm going to use the actual reservoir as a pour tool and lay it down on my canvas. I thought I cleared all my tips, but evidently I was wrong. I'm going to grab some pearl and some of this other wonderful color that I love. Yeah, pearl comes out a lot easier. So does that. And some of my favorite color. And it doesn't matter how weird these colors are because they seem to work out. And I'm not finding them weird at this moment anyway. They look fairly beautiful to me. My original thought was that if I scoop some of the colors out, like when I do one of my normal scoops, that it creates beautiful patterns that are left behind. And I never get to do anything except for maybe show the camera once in a while what that looks like. And I would like to actually be able to use some of those sometime. And this is, in theory, that time. But I'm not finding that I really want to... I don't want to scoop anything out of there right now because it looks so neat. Here's the color I just made. Akin to my, what I kindly refer to in my head as pukey pink, but it's not. And I'm just going to keep creating two dishes of this color because if I have to, I have a lot of that to use. Oh, that was weird. I remember this. I had some paint that was too thick and I tried to strain it. It was lumpy. I'm going to go in from the side. I'm just going to keep adding colors I like. Maybe a little more in there. As I splooge it, it agitates the paint, and with any luck at all, we will get some interesting patterns developing. I'm going to shake first. Use some of this nice deep metallic red. Yeah, that worked. Boy, that was a Floetrol booger. I hope I don't regret that. I just remembered I'm supposed to be making stuff for a place that has red as its main color scheme. I don't know why I just put the top back on that. I love these colors together, so I'm going to use some of them. Probably have more color than I need, but I'd rather have more than not enough at this point. So that's my plan. Alright. So, nothing ventured, nothing gained. If I don't like the way the first one is going, I'll remix it. If I don't like the way the first one is going, I'll scoop the next one. I'm looking for the flattest side that I cut on this little container bottom. And I'm going to try to allow myself the pleasure of just dropping that color right in there. Now what? Now I find my spatula without the hair on it that I just saw. Thank you. I'm going to empty my container because I hate wasting paint, and paint flows to paint. As long as it's wet, it's going to work. Now my question for me is, why didn't I put some white paint under that? I really like that. I'm going to wipe off my little spatula, my favorite tool, and put that aside and go, wow, that's cool, maybe I should just leave it right like it is. I don't want to do that, but seem to have misplaced my tubing, so you guys will have to forgive my head. I'll try and keep it out of the way. I've never done this before, so this is new for both of us. I'm really loving that. It just makes me want to use the other container. But if we use the other container, there's going to be some tipping going on. I'm going to use my fingers to tap the color that's coming over the side down onto the side. I don't think using the torch will be of assistance. I really love all those colors and I don't want to mess with it. So let's find my white and play that way. It is mega hot out here, I gotta tell you what. But I do have like 3 wet kerchiefs around my neck, which is gonna help, I expect. I'm gonna pull that plug out of the top of the white, and I'm gonna do something that I used to do quite frequently, which is put a line of that right next to the paint color, but not on it. I wish I knew where that tubing was. My friend who sent it to me is going, darn, you lost it already. That statement could be applied to a lot of things. So I'm just going to push that right up next to those colors. And I don't know how hot it takes to set paint up. I'm hoping it's not going to be as bad. Ooh, Floetrol boogers. Okay. I'm just going to let that go there. What I'm hoping is that by pushing the paint up next to the other paint, that will give it an engine, let's call it. An engine to move. I really like the shape of what's going on there, so it doesn't make me want to move anything much. What it does make me want to do is do the other side. I suppose I've got enough extra paint so that if I do the other side, that one can go right there, because I think that's the exception to my rule. I also really like that gold edge. This is going better than I thought. Or I guess I didn't really think it all the way through, but if I want to add some more gold there, I will. Just push it right up to the edge. I really like that gold there. I said that. I think I'm going to add some more gold there. I'm not sure if I said that. Let that just merge gently. I'm not pushing anything. Just inviting it politely to become one. I have a lot of white. I don't know what the heat will do to us today. I do have my Rain-X for emergency cell action. I want to use the white paint that's on my spatula on my edges because it seems to be extra right now. Just going to push some of that right over there and use my finger. I don't wear gloves. I like to feel my work. Makes me feel like I'm actually having something to do with this process. But this is a pretty creative process here today, even though it's still accidental art. I just love that shape and those colors. I think if I didn't do anything, I would probably be pretty happy. I'm not sure if you can see everything. I'm sort of using the edge of my tile to lean my artwork over and lead some paint to the edge. I'm going to do it again because it's the easiest way for me right now. I'm hoping it'll stay nice and wet for a little while. It's been raining here for days, so I'm kind of imagining that there's a fair amount of humidity still left lingering in the ground and so on. Everything's wet in the morning here. I have more paint on my spatula and on my finger, and I want to add it to my edges. Don't ask me why. I know I can do it after. I just don't know what's going to happen soon. And I'm really, really liking that. It's not, like I said, not making me want to do anything to it, but it's the beautiful colors. And if I don't experiment with things that are in my head, I never find out if they're going to work or not. Alright, we're on our last side. And boy, that's just pretty over there. Yeah, much ado about nothing. It does seem to be setting up. So I'm glad I'm doing this now. I don't know how many of you will get the opportunity to work outside under a tent like I do. Except for the heat factor and the humidity. I really like it because the sunlight makes the colors seem true. And it's not that way indoors. I know everybody has suffered the effects of whatever you refer to conventional lighting as. And I'm not a huge fan of LEDs. Okay, so I'm going to do a little tipping. I like that black mark in there. It makes me not want to do much of anything there. But things seem to be sliding okay. I like that gold I said, so I'm going to add a little more. Let's go over here with that. Right on top of that white. Nice steady hand. Yay. No drips. That's cool. Okay, well, now what? Let's see what's going on in here. I don't want to get too funky because I just love what's going on. It doesn't seem like enough work, does it? I don't think torching is going to help. I'm pretty sure it's not going to change much of anything. The only thing I can think of at this point is that I forgot to set my timer. Oh wow. Okay, well, I'm going to take some of these beautiful spoon colors and very gently remove them. And add them. I'm going to move that back so you can see what I'm doing. Get my spatula out of the way after I repair the little dig I just laid in there. I'm just going to trust the universe to know what colors I love where I love them. I'm just going to use my container that I was expecting to spoon and use as a tool as a spoon container. Why not? It's here for my purposes. Alright, what am I going to do with that? I have an edge catcher. I know I did bring some out. Yeah, there's one of them. They're under everything, of course. I use this side and hope that a little tip isn't going to hurt anything. It's maybe not my wisest move having... Oh yeah, no, I don't want to go too far. But I can take the paint that I used on that other side and touch up the new bottom. I can also clean up those puddles. What do I want to do with those puddles? I want to wipe off my spatula, scoop them up, and add them in. As long as they're not muddy. That was kind of muddy. But this is not. That's one more blue and purple. I see we have some cells forming, and that's kind of neat. I have to be willing to play. Even though I liked what was there very much. And even though I don't know how much time I have left, if I hear the camera go off, I'm going to reset. You should be relieved to know. Use my skewer and my imagination. I'm liking this over here. This turned out pretty nice. I think it's time to look at another side. I've mentioned, but I'll mention again, I like some cohesive continuity. I like flow inside of artworks. I like to, if I get a chance, I like negative space. Hopefully that's similar. That's awesome. I love that. Do I really want to mess with that other side? I really don't. Well, I can certainly mess with what's here a little bit, happily. Very happily indeed. Oh, no bugs. No bugs in my painting. I guess they're better on my arm than in my painting. I still have a nice dish of color here. I still need some more red, but we have some really pretty things happening in there, and I'm going to grab some of them. And I'm going to look for the spatula, yes, and I'm going to use it to scrape off. So I'm going to get off of me. Usually they like the paintings better than they like me because they're colorful, you know? And I'm just going to keep diddling. I'm going to play with a straw. No, go away and stay out of my painting too. Sorry about my head. I really do need to find that tubing, but there's more in the house, so I guess that should go on my punch list for all the things to remember before I start. Don't forget tubing. Alright, I like using the skewers, especially if I have some white background. I'm going to wipe that off though. This one has a wicked curve in it, so I kind of want... Get off of me. I'm being attacked by little tiny baby flies. And I'm kind of depending on the fact that I think we will get some cells here. And that there's a big puddle of turquoise right there. And I can merge these two things together as long as I don't change things too much with paint I don't want. Go on, little fly, get off of my face. Well, somebody's got a death wish. Seems to be digging right down to the canvas, which is different. Not really what I expected. Get away! But I'm still really happy with that, and I don't think I'm going to do a whole lot more except for maybe try and fix this area with some pink. And I'm liking that, and I'm liking it so much that I think we can carry on our red theme and let the red from the other side of the painting be a focal point where your eye moves back and forth. Now there might be some other colors I'm interested in letting that happen with. Now's the time for me to figure that out. I just really, really like that. The other thing that I can do that I haven't done lately, I was going to say dip my skewer in there, but I think I'm just going to steal some more paint. And that's making me happy. I'm so happy with this. I have no idea why I'm so lucky. Really, and I don't care. I'm not looking a gift horse in the mouth. There's all kinds of interesting stuff going on there. Just going to use a spoon as a tool. Hopefully. Steal that beautiful purple. Follow my instincts. Use the spoon as a tool. It's got a nice flat front on it, which I really, really like. That means I can lead paint around. Hi, this is Priscilla. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you'd like to be super helpful, please join the membership. My art is for sale. I'm here to help. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I have 2 books on paint pouring. They're found in the Amazon link, and the Amazon link is found on the link tree in the description underneath the video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you come again. Bye for now. Priscilla out.